It's looking like Killer Clowns are making a really big comeback with Art the Clown from Terrifier. You have the clowns from the Hell House movies. And they also announced that they're going to bring back Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Now we have Clown in a cornfield. And going in, I didn't know what to expect. I followed the guy that made the book, Adam Caesar. I follow him on TikTok, and I was surprised how fast they got a movie out because I thought the books had just kind of started. There's a whole series, so it's really interesting, and it makes me want to kind of dive more into this, this world that he built here. So pretty much you have our main character, Quinn. She moves into this new town with her father, Glenn. He's the new doctor, and there's some traumatic things that happen to her and why she and him moved. But once she kind of moves into this town, it seems just like you're kind of run of the mill, middle of nowhere, very reminiscent of like Thanksgiving a little bit. It's just one of those small towns where everybody kind of knows each other. And once Quinn starts to kind of go to school, she meets the kids there, and the kids that she starts to hang out with, Cole and all of them, his whole group. That's where things start to kind of get interesting. And it kind of reminds me, at least the friend group reminds me of like the Breakfast Club. And when you watch the movie, you'll know exactly why I said that. And the friend group that she attaches herself to is into making pranks, and they also like to make films. They like to make slasher movies, which kind of ties into the story of Friendo. And I really like how they play around with that mythology. And this movie is just really fun overall, man. It's a really fun, self-aware slasher movie. It does something very unique that I didn't really expect. Maybe some other people can kind of figure out what's kind of going on with this movie ahead of time. That might take you out of it, but it didn't really take me out of it, like I said, because I went into it blind, expecting it to kind of be a pretty straightforward slasher. And it is for the most part. It has a lot of interesting kills. There's a lot of surprising humor injected into it. It almost reminded me of like Heart Eyes a little bit, where Heart Eyes makes fun of just rom-coms but mix it with a slasher. There are similarities between the two with this movie. I think I prefer this movie a little bit more than Heart Eyes, just because I like the premise. I like what they kind of set up with this movie. I'm curious to see where this goes. And I didn't know that this was going to be on Shudder, because Shudder's just been absolutely killing it with just the amount of different content that they attach their names to, just whether it be TV shows or movies this year. They've just been absolutely on the money. And I definitely think that a lot of people are going to have fun with this movie. And I'd be curious to see people's reactions to a lot of the twists and turns in this movie. There's a lot of things that I didn't expect, some things I did expect. One negative I can say is just kind of the use of the soundtrack. It's a bit CW-ish, in my opinion, but I get it, considering the circumstances with these characters, them being teens and whatnot. It's kind of just putting you in this modern setting. But I like the themes that it goes for. I like the kills. I like these characters for the most part. They're all kind of unique in their own way. Some are kind of your standard characters that you would see in slashers. Like I said, this movie is very self-aware of what it is, and I like that. I enjoyed it. I would recommend you check this out for yourself. Let me know how you feel about it if you get to check this out this weekend. I would be curious to see if they end up doing sequels like the books, like if they keep doing this. I definitely think what they set up here, they could do multiple movies. But yeah, till next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.